Um, Hi everyone. Um, so I just saw my sister yesterday, and she told me that my parents had presents for me, and uh, I was like, sure. I don't know what they are gonna give me. They're really bad at giving me stuff. They're always giving me the wrong stuff, or they're just giving me like weird stuff because they ran out of ideas. I'm just like, okay, I'm curious to know what they gave me, okay? So I'm like, yeah, sure, what's the present? And my sister's like, okay, well, gonna first just give you, like just cash, like just in the ball, like balled up $200 cash. And I'm like, cool. So, um, my, my sister's like really young, so I think that's my parents gave her the cash in that form, and she didn't know what to do with it, so she just gave it to me the way that my parents gave it to her. And I'm like, okay, well that's fine. She doesn't know how to take care of cash. She could have just, stacked it up nicely, but then she's like, nope, here's like a ball of cash. Here you go. Just throws it on my lap, and I'm like, okay. And then and then she gave me a card, and uh, this is where it gets really, really frustrating. She gives me the card. It has a sticky note on it. They didn't even bother writing directly on the envelope. It's just a sticky note, and it says "Big Sister" on it in our dialect. My family speaks Hokkien, Filipino, so I don't speak it, but I do know some terms for family members, and this means older sister. I don't know if you can see. It says Atsi, which means oldest sister, and I'm like, cool. They addressed me incorrectly, and they didn't even make it permanent because I could just rip this off. And like look, why? And then it gets even more frustrating, okay? Because with the card, and it's a Santa card. It's just plain untouched Santa card, and inside is completely blank. Look, it's blank. There is no writing on it except for what's printed in the card. This is printed in the card. This is part of the card. But there is no handwriting. There's nothing that says to my dead name, or nothing that says from family, from Avery, my sister, from mom or dad or whatever. It's just blank. This is printed on the card already. This came with the card. And this is a really cheap card. This is cheap. I can just rip off the sticky note, take the now blank envelope and now blank card, write something in it, and regift it to someone. My parents did no effort at all. The effort they put into this gift was so small, I can just undo all their effort and regift this as my own. What is this? You could have at least put a name, any name, my name, their name, on this card, but they did not. And I'm my grandma. She gave me one of these. We call this an ampao in our dialect. It's also called a red pocket, and it's like a Chinese Asian thing where you put money in this, and it's like good luck or something like that. And my dead name's on it, but at least she wrote a name, and she wrote from Grandpa and Nana, which is what I call my grandparents. And she has the cash so nicely folded up in here. Every bill is beautiful. Every bill is brand new. This is another $200. And, like, my grandma, she has declining mental health, declining mental sanity, and she lives in a senior's home. She uses a mobility scooter. She is just slowly losing herself. Yet she does a better job than my parents. She went out, bought a nice red envelope for me, wrote on it, wrote my name on it, wrote her name on it, packaged everything so nicely. She probably spent, like, I don't know, an hour picking out this envelope. I know she would spend at least an hour picking out that envelope from a store. She did a better job than my parents, who literally just took a plain envelope, a plain card, slapped a sticky note on it, wrote literally 4 letters on it, didn't even put the cash in the card. They just threw the cash at my sister, and she just took everything like this, like just a ball of cash in the envelope, and she just took all of that, tossed it on my lap, and she was like, "That's your present from Mom and Dad." Like, what is this? Like, every year they're getting lazier. Last year my parents gave me towels, but the only reason why they gave me towels is because they bought new towels in bulk and they so happened to have leftovers. So they gave me their leftover shopping. Like, what is this? Like, I'm just slowly being forgotten by my family, I think. They don't even, like, celebrate my birthday. They don't even write my name on the birthday cakes that they get me if they do celebrate my birthday, which hasn't happened in multiple years. I don't know. I find this more, like, funny. Like, what kind of parent would do this? Of course my parents would do that. But at the same time, it's, like, just frustrating. Like, people are always like, you should be grateful you even have parents. You should be grateful you even got a card. You should be grateful that you even got cash. I am grateful that I got cash and I made an extra $400 or so in, like, one day. But I should be able to complain that my parents spent zero effort on my card. All they did was take out cash, which you can do at the ATM within 5 seconds. They bought this cheap card, did not write anything on it. Some people have horrible parents, and those people should be able to complain about their parents without being hit with the "you should be grateful you even have parents" line, because, like, I am, like, why should I be grateful that I have parents that treat me like this? Like, this is terrible. This is a terrible Christmas present. Do not do this to your children. Even if you don't like them anymore, at least write a name on it so it looks like you put in effort. Because my parents did not put any effort. And it's kind of frustrating, because like, they stopped really giving me presents when they forcefully outed me. So, every year, the effort that they put into acknowledging me has just been, decreasing. And, like, this is also just a thing that, like, people don't realize that trans people go through. Especially trans people that don't have accepting families. Because these two things are the only things I got from my family. And this doesn't count. Okay? This is like a 2-second thing. This is the only real gift I got from my family. And my family, I have thousands of cousins. Both of my grandparents are alive from both sides of my family. All my most of my family is still alive, and most of them live in Canada or the States. And this is all I got. This does not count. This is all I got from my family of probably 30 people that live in less than a 3-hour car ride from my house. And so I guess like I'm pretty used to like this. Like I live alone. My friends are kind of just busy. Pretty used to like not really getting a lot or doing a lot. I just like being by myself, I guess, during the holidays, because I don't really celebrate them. But it's like other trans people who do want to be with other people during the holidays, and then they get similar shit to what I get. Or they don't get any presents, or they get presents mocking them, and it's just an issue that no one really like addresses. Like no one really checks in with their trans friends on the holidays, and you should, because some of your trans friends might be getting this piece of crap that I get, and it's not really great.